This is the first video for the notes on section 11.2, volume of prisms and cylinders. So this is for the opener. You should try these, and I'm about to go over these. So using the distance formula, find the distance between the points 3, -2, and -6, 7. So the distance formula is the square root of x1 minus x2 quantity squared plus y1 minus y2 quantity squared. Where the subscripts here, 1 and 2, are talking about the points. So here, if I have the point 3, -2, if this is my first point, I'm going to call this x1, y1. And then, so the second point here, -6, 7, is x2, y2. So now I'm just going to plug in. Distance equals the square root x1 minus x2, 3 minus a -6 quantity squared plus y1 minus y2, -2 minus 7 quantity squared. So if I simplify this a bit, this is the distance is equal to 3 plus 6 quantity squared plus -2 minus 7, or -2 minus 7 quantity squared. Distance equals the square root of 3 plus 6 is 9 squared plus -2 minus 7 is -9 squared. So you can put this first 9 in parentheses if you want to keep it in. So now we're going to square. Distance equals the square root of 81 plus -9 squared is also 81. So now distance equals the square root of 81 plus 81 is 162. And I'm going to use my calculator real quick. Square root of 162 is about 12.7. So approximately equal to 12.7. Okay. So write the equation of the circle with center 5, -6, and radius 9. So now, the equation for a circle is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared, where the center is hk and the radius is r. So in the problem we were given, we have the center is 5, -6, so I'm going to label that h and k, and then the radius, I'm just going to write r, is equal to 9. So just plug it in here. This is x minus 5, x minus h, quantity squared, plus y minus a -6 quantity squared equals 9 squared. And just cleaning it up a little bit, that'll be x minus 5 quantity squared plus y plus 6 quantity squared is equal to 81. And that's the equation of a circle. So take note here, the y of the center is negative, and in the equation you get a plus sign here. The h of the center, so the x-coordinate of the center, is positive, and you get a minus in here. This is very similar to when you factored quadratics and then had to solve them in Algebra 1. So in C, write the equation of the circle pictured below. We're going to use the same formula. x minus h, quantity squared, plus y minus k, quantity squared, is equal to r squared. So I'm going to need the center, and I'm going to need the radius. So to find the center, if I draw just those two diameters in, they're going to meet at the center. And so the center here is -2, 3. So -2 is my h, and 3 is my k. Now the radius is 1, 2. So the radius is 2. So that is equal to my r. So if I plug in, this will be x minus a -2 quantity squared plus y minus 3 quantity squared is equal to 2 squared. Well, simplifying a little bit, that's x plus 2 quantity squared plus y minus 3 quantity squared is equal to 4. And that is the equation of the circle. So this reviews two of the topics that we didn't necessarily get time to study in class, especially the circle. And I know some of you struggled with that over the Khan Academy. So that's why I kind of made this the opener. Hopefully that helps.